Conference Semifinal Series. A look at the starting lineup. San Antonio going small. Mike that sprained right ankle. He says it's still sore, but he is starting. Here's Tony Parker getting inside. Coming off the victory here on Saturday night. Josh Howard for Devin Harris with a wide open shot.
Spurs, he knocks the first one down.
Devin Harris has been sensational. He's been in the starting lineup the last two games. Barry shot rejected by Job. Bowen, Nowitzki.
Spurs team scramble defensively so much. San Antonio doubling on every possession, keeping them out of the lane. Dallas just getting way too many easy points in this series.
Parker. So that series is tied at 2. LeBron at 22 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. Nowitzki with a rebound. Duncan way off. He's trying to go glass, and it's handled by Nowitzki.
Frenetic pace here early on, where you can understand, you can feel the importance of this game for both teams.
Nowitzki with the
just can't allow Nowitzki to get to the free throw line.
Beautiful move by Parker. And there are two schools of thought here. They are matching up against Dallas. Parker probing and chased by Dampier. Shoots the jumper and hits. You gotta shoot from the outside.
Yeah, his aggressiveness is key. That's a big jumper for Parker. Let's make a couple more, loosen up that Dallas defense.
Tony is 3 of 4. He has 8 points. Beautiful move again.
Put down. Dallas has not been to the free throw line. Parker is tearing up Devin Harris, and at the other end, Harris has not been.
Gabriel Solis.
Sorry, I missed it, Marv.
I did actually watch. Here's Bowen to the left hand, and that's a goaltend. Very effectively here tonight, the start against Harris. Here is Stackhouse for 3. Second on purpose, failed to hit the rim. Parker.
It's a difficult thing to do, whether you want the rebound or whether you're trying to miss it just to run the clock. That missed, but could have ended in disaster for Stackhouse.
And he got a call from his mom as Duncan get the end of the game. Your mama is always
keep Bowen out of foul trouble, and also that keeps Bowen. He wasn't missing a lot from the perimeter in those games.
And Tony, guy was shooting 55% from the field, as you saw during the regular season. Here is Parker going at carry and scores.
We saw it in New Jersey against Miami in those first 2 games.
Bowen now on Nowitzki. Terry cut off. Howard with the crossover. Howard, the tip missed by Nowitzki. Kept alive by Howard. Good hustle by Josh. Pulled it back. Mavericks were looking to run. 8-second differential between the game clock and if that game is necessary, followed by game 6 of the Suns and the Clippers on Sunday on ABC.
Greg Popovich going back to Tim
first. Duncan, played by Jop with some help. Ori gets it up.
Guys will fly out to the shooter, so
their whole plan has changed. Not first shot, 10 of 17, 59% from the field in the first quarter. Duncan's shot was blocked.
On top of you with the rotation.
Stackhouse to the face.
One that will be ironed out for the hottest clubs in the NBA. And defensive toughness. I mean, an entirely different approach to the way the game should be played. Remember that club led by Steve Nash, Van Exel, Finley, a shooting ball club. Ooh, Duncan with the quick move around Dampier. Now, you're right. This is an attacking, athletic, defensive-minded club.
With Greg Popovich over at the bench.
100 points or more. And 3 of those losses here in the playoffs. Ginobili with the big, obviously on pace to do that.
Yes, most of the way, it has been the pace that San Antonio would like.
More than any player that I can remember in recent years, so it's something he's dealt with in the past.
Barry open for 3. And the Spurs now lead 34-24. Oh, Terry around Ginobili. Duncan. Ginobili with the steal. Ginobili, Van Exel, beautifully done.
Both balls away and then get out in transition, create plays.
Howard at the guards. Ginobili's up front with Duncan and Bowen. Here's Ginobili for Duncan. Beautifully done.
Threes. Now they're an attacking ball club, and when Parker and Ginobili are playing like they are tonight, they are awfully tough to beat.
Oh, what a move by
Stone right now as he probably critiques my effort.
Nowitzki gets it down low for 10. The series advances to the Western Conference Final, facing the winner between the Suns.
Right back at Devin Harris with Tony Parker in the penetration.
Courtside by Parker. Harris now guarded by Ginobili. Dampier going out.
Nowitzki in the half court. Dampier was able to get great position down on the block.
Duncan goes right back. But there is the feeling around the Spurs that he is feeling much better.
Well, I think a couple things have happened. Number one, he's excited. I mean, this is the playoffs, and we've got a technical foul here. Obviously, a lot of emotion. It's a different game. Maybe they definitely restore order here early.
House and Dampier on the front line. Terry try to go to the rim.
The league ought to do away with that arc because it seems that so often a guy
to pick up those frequent flyer miles, making the round. Ginobili to the crossover. Ginobili try to go glass. Rebound snatched by Nowitzki. Terry in the open floor. Harris back to Terry for three. Yes. That's a chant the Mavericks did not hear in recent years. Chant of defense. Duncan.
And look at that game earlier tonight, which is now 2-2.
Nowitzki 5 for 5 at the line.
So that Bowen should be called a little more often. All 11.
Game is tied and will shoot 2.
Yeah.
But it has
a team that's won 3 championships in the last 7 years. I mean, you know they are mentally tough. You know they've been able to overcome a lot of challenges over the years.
Game is tied at 47. Ginobili launches a three-point line.
That's a welcome sign. They have really struggled from beyond the arc in this series. They've only made 10 through 3 games.
Nowitzki.
Parker on Nowitzki just shoots right over the top of him.
Parker. Oh,
that extra boost of confidence that he needs because his game is really about penetration and speed.
Harris, sensational game Saturday night. 7 of 14, 20.
Speed has given San Antonio fits
against Detroit. 51 San Antonio is led by as many as 9. Harris working beautifully with Stackhouse. The lob on target. Parker. Shot blocked by Harris. Here comes Terry. And he fires. From the floor in the second quarter after opening up 7 of 19. Tied at 53. Dallas in possession. Nowitzki to the fadeaway. Is going small. Tim Duncan is the big man along with Bowen and Barry, Parker, and Finley. Parker with Finley on the wing. Parker kicks it out. Finley wide open. Yes.
It was a little scattered offensively.
Has had his ups and downs
from the free throw line, but he has had his moments in his career. He puts a little too much pressure on himself when he does get to the line.
Nice pass from Stackhouse on Wednesday night and right here on TNT. Parker got the step, but he drew the... Greg is a wine enthusiast, very much involved in
CNN. Lou Dobbs on talking about the integration issue. He's got a lot of different interests, but basketball is his passion. And Popovich has built a foundation here in San Antonio to take any of the credit.
Opening round, beat Sacramento in 6. Try to tie this series at 2. Terry is open for 3.
He's made him a priority, and he should not get any open shot after a double team.
Here's Parker. There's Duncan going at Dampier. Yes, and it counts. 2 games to 1. Avery said we have no...
In one of this series, he's been great, very aggressive. He says, I've seen him starting to shoot those bank shots, and I haven't seen that for a while. It's great to see the old Timmy Duncan.
Parker goes to the pull-up. He is met by Dampier. Stackhouse, wide open. Shot clock down to 5. Nowitzki angling, and he draws the foul. During the regular season among the leaders.
2 7-footers starting with David Robinson.
Pass deflected. Parker is on it. He has Barry. Parker goes all the way. Will he get the... Well, it did not drop.
Very few players in the NBA can actually take it.
Dallas with a 2-1 lead. San Antonio trying to tie it. Game 5 in the Alamo City coming up on Wednesday night here on TNT.
Long and athletic, and he's been able to get that shot off against Barry throughout this series.
Duncan, yes.
Able to finish the play.
Terry lost his balance and looked worn down. Did sit out for a while. Tied with the Spurs, second best home record in the league. Here's Terry. Yes. 2003 West Final Series right here in Dallas. As Ginobili not
for less than a minute, Dallas made a little mini run, so he can't afford to keep him over there for too long.
Nowitzki. Oh, the steal by Ginobili. And he'll take the distance. Stackhouse, controlled by Dallas. Stackhouse passed on a 3. And the
show got in for 1 minute, but normally those are the guys who are coming over. What they have to do given the matchups in this series.
Parker, beautifully done.
Can they stop Dallas? That's going to make the difference in the fourth quarter.
Stackhouse. It counts, and a foul. The foul away from the ball. Nowitzki and Ginobili separated. We're having problems with this team. He said they've broken our defense down more than anyone ever has.
Well, even against knowing that he was more of a spot-up shooter, but with this quick Dallas lineup, there's nobody for Nesterovic or Muhammad to guard without being exposed. Like having a mini run here, getting to the free throw line.
And has come back strong since he's been placed on the floor in the starting lineup. Harris 24. Game tied at 80. Harris lost it. Recovered by Dan Hill. 8 seconds left in the third. Terry angles right. Gets the step and scores. By Stackhouse. Harris and Terry in the backcourt. Here Daniels. Beautiful move by Harris. It counts. And the foul.
So quick and long-armed. Really finishes well at the rim.
Of the third. Barry. Straight down the left.
They know how effective Bruce Bowen is from that spot in the corner.
Daniels is wide open. Took it to the rim. And the foul.
On these Dallas drivers, they know it. They're attacking.
Exo. Ginobili for 3. Finley with the rebound. Look out. Terry fell down, and Parker had nowhere to go. He's met by Dampier. Makes the recovery. Saved by Duncan. Ginobili from the other side for 3. Nowitzki getting set to make his return. Good job by Bowen to stop Stackhouse. Stackhouse thought he was fouled. Parker puts the move on Daniels. Here's Parker. San Antonio Wednesday night. And right here on TNT. 3 minutes in. Fourth quarter. Here's Harris. Got the step. It counts. And the foul.
And Harris, another good game here tonight.
San Antonio sparked by Manu Ginobili. Hit a couple of threes. Duncan inches to the Western Conference Final, facing the winner between the Suns and the Clippers. Ginobili. Duncan on the follow for Dallas. Drop set the pick. Terry, yes.
Looks from Dallas tonight. It's tough to recover. Ginobili with 24.
Harris, time 4 steals. National television. That series tied up at 2. That game as 8. This game has been tied 18 times. We've had 6 lead changes. Finley for 3. Yes. Here is back, coming on for Sagana Jop. Terry on Finley. Shot clock to 3. Parker, yes. Spurs by 3. Terry. Duncan with the rebound. Here's the outlet for Finley. Nowitzki back. Finley goes right at him. Finley stops. Michael Finley. 301-03. Dallas 98. Just under 4. Remaining on the 4. Nowitzki. Duncan is caught on the foul.
Well, the Spurs are going to come up with a technical, too. The question is not if his feet were outside the line.
Delay of game called on the Spurs. Their second 10 of 11 at the line, as we mentioned. Duncan. Ginobili is on it. Here's Ginobili. And he's
33-25. They are quicker to the basketball.
Both teams have shot well at the foul line. And here with the pick. Terry had it knocked away. Probably with another strong game, but he is fouled out. And Tillin. Nowitzki guarded by Parker. Stackhouse. 3 on the clock. Scores. The game is minute and a half to play in the fourth. Shot clock to 5. Duncan, yes.
To find any defensive help for Eric Dampier.
Stackhouse digging. Goes to the pull-up. And it's handled by Finley. 1 minute to play in the fourth. San Antonio with the ball and a 2-point lead. Parker. Played well by Harris. Duncan goes right at Dampier, spinning and draws the foul. Duncan is 6 of 6 at the line and getting the treatment from the crowd. San Antonio too full and a 20. Duncan hits 1 of 2. The Spurs lead by 3. Terry to the rim.
Dominated at the free throw line in the first 3 games of this series. Dallas roster, so he's the guy most likely to come down on Duncan if Dallas does decide.
And the Spurs turn it over on the inbound.
They turned it over late in game 3. Now another one, and the Mavericks with a chance to take the lead.
Nowitzki, played by Parker. Battle for the rebound, kept alive. Here's Terry, yes! With 23 seconds to play, Dallas has taken a 1-point lead. Finley gets it into Barry. Here's Duncan. Finley for 3. Yes! Michael Finley from downtown comes up with another clutch shot.
Again, they don't want to run the clock too far down because if they miss, they need to create another opportunity for themselves.
San Antonio in the penalty. Nowitzki's missed his last 4 shots. Played by Bowen as he makes his move. We get the call on Bowen. It's number 5.
Has a chance to at least tie the game here for Dallas. They will automatically call the time. We'll see if Parker, the Spurs have run a play in the past where Parker will go to the corner and then feed Duncan. Looks like they're trying to run it now.
Duncan, guarded by Dampier. Duncan is isolated. Final seconds. Here's Duncan for the win. We're headed to overtime. The big man, either Nazir Muhammad or he scored, was late in the third quarter. Last time he hit a field goal. Here's Terry with the step and scores. Reverse sweeping by Nowitzki. Harris on the run all the way. And Dallas has taken a 115-111 lead. San Antonio calls the tie.
But the Spurs need a score here. Gotta go
shot. Duncan rejected by John. Harris puts the speed on and lost it. Lost the dribble. Finley with Barry on the wing. Finley for 3.
For Devin Harris, and twice in a row he loses the ball, commits a turnover.
Duncan, oh, what a remaining in overtime. The steal by Terry, took it away from Barry. Here's Terry. He missed the stuff. Stackhouse is right there. Minutes to play in overtime. Bowen for three. Yes. Tie it at 2. Terry went to the fadeaway for time. Duncan backing jump. Rebounded by Nowitzki. Clock down to 10 on the 24. Harris cutting in and scores. He went right at Duncan. The Mavericks lead 121-116. Finley off the fake is fouled and going against Nowitzki. Check that, 32 points. Just checking with Avery Johnson over at the bench. Shot clock now to 7. Terry, then on a switch by Duncan. Down to 3. Terry launches a rainbow and scores! Jason Terry extends to a 5-point lead. Now would put Dallas in the penalty. Parker gets the pick from Duncan, goes at Nowitzki, and he draws the foul.
Critical ones. He has to make both of them.
Rebounded by Stackhouse. And Stackhouse gets to the front court.
And free throw shooters.
Next foul puts San Antonio over the limit. Nowitzki. San Antonio has to foul. They did not want to foul Nowitzki, but they have to foul.
Well, Bowen's reluctant to do so because he's got 5 fouls, but you got to foul.
Stackhouse. Foul thought is a 24-second violation. Here's Finley firing, and that will do it. The Dallas Mavericks have defeated the San Antonio Spurs 123